Hollywood stabbed Henry Cavill in the back. Listen, I'm just trying to fucking farm my videos. Listen, this is the second video I'm posting. Like I'm about to react today. And yo, it's how it's like, bro. The thumbnail was like fucking like The Witcher and like the Superman shit. Look at this shit. By the way, Henry Cavill's the reason I got into The Witcher, right? Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something. Season 1, right? Season 1 of The Witcher was, in my opinion, good. I liked it, right? After that, I swear on my life, after that, this shit was bad, bro. Look at the first season. When I started watching, they released season 2. I didn't, like, listen, it looks solid, but I didn't really like it that much. It was like, okay. I did not enjoy it. Season 3, okay, I'm not even gonna bring it up, bro. That shit cooked. But listen, they got Liam Hemsworth in that bitch. That shit is not doing anything. Bro, I saw a whole clip of the motherfucker, Geralt of Rivia saying, let's fucking roll. Like, the fuck? The guy sound mad American. I'm like, bro, that is not Geralt of Rivia. What is we doing, gang? And, I have these, like, cousins, bro, these other twins. Bro, listen, the first season, like, I'm a type of guy to just say if I like it or not. I don't care what other people's opinions are. I just see what I see. You know what I mean? That's the type of person I am. If you don't agree with it, that's cool. That's on you, bro. That's on you. Like, I don't care. That's on you. But I would not change my opinion, like, looking at different people. Like stuff on the media, right? I just wouldn't. For example, if someone said, yo, Harden's a free throw merchant, I'd be like, no. I fuck with the guy's game. If they say Maxi is, actually no, everyone likes Maxi. Like, y'all get the fucking point, bro. On media, bro, my opinion is my opinion. I don't care if you disagree or not. But look, season 1 I enjoyed. That's for my life. This season was so good in my opinion. Like, the way how they did everything is proper. Season 2, it has solid reviews. I did not enjoy this shit. My cousins didn't enjoy this shit. So sure. Season 3, I'm like, okay, you know what? Hopefully they bring shit back, bro. Yennefer and fucking Geralt of Rivia were like, their relationship was cooked, and these motherfuckers, right, made these, bro, it doesn't make sense. They made Yennefer and Geralt like come back, like, even I think Yennefer backstabbed Geralt of Rivia, right, like Geralt the goat, and then like somehow they're living in like a cottage all together with Ciri raising her. I'm like, bro, what is this, bro? My cousins were like, yo, I actually like the season so far. I actually like it, bro. We watched like the first like, I think 4 episodes, like 3 to 4 episodes, and then after they hopped on Reddit, yes, they like Reddit, and bro, all of a sudden they're like, yo, bro, that season was ass, bro, it just doesn't make sense. I'm like, bro, just go with your opinion. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Don't care about what other people say. These guys just like hopping on with the media and just, hype that shit up. But yeah, season 4, bro, that shit about to be like fucking 5s and like fucking like 6s and 4s, bro. That shit about to be cooked. And look at that, 6.7. But anyways, let's go.
There's always a moment.
Like, yo, I'm actually like excited to see this shit because Henry Cavill is one of my favorite actors. Henry Cavill, I was about to say Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt, fucking, who else is in that bitch? Fuck, what's that guy's name? I forget, bro. Listen, no, this is bad.
Then when Hollywood chooses its next golden boy, the actor who suddenly lands every major role. Right now, it's guys like Pedro Pascal and Timothy Chalamet. But not too long ago, Henry...
Yo, by the way, we gotta make a video on his ass, bro. This guy wilding right now. I ain't gonna care. This guy be doing like some of this like, fucking social anxiety, dick anxiety thingamajig, bro. This shit guy wilding, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Henry Cavill was on that list.
This guy's
From
fire.
Superman to Mission Impossible, Sherlock Holmes to The Witcher.
Yo, that Witcher shit, bro. He got me into The Witcher. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Listen, I know I'm being like a loser right now, but listen, I have to show y'all. I bought The Witcher because of this motherfucker. And let me show you something. Bro, where's it? Okay. I have 173 hours. I have like 2 to 3... What the fuck? Yeah, I have like 2 to 3 hours. I have 2 playthroughs, and one of them I enjoyed the whole fucking shit, bro. This is the type of game I did like a lot of the side quests. This is the game I just like. I'm like, you know what, bro? I want to hunt bandits. I stayed back from school some nights, not nights. Sometimes like I was in like I think grade 11. Yeah, I was in grade 11, and sometimes I just skipped school to play The Witcher 3. I swear to God, this game had me hooked. Some days I just wanted to roam around fucking White Orchard or some shit like that, right? And just take out bandits. It was just like, bro, the The open world is so good and so fun. Bro, this is the greatest game of all time. And this Giga Chat got me into this shit. So thank you, Henry Cavill.
Unstoppable. He seemed to
So
have it
excited
all,
for The Witcher
the
4.
chiseled jawline, the blockbuster body,
Like,
and
bro, like, no, I'm not gonna glaze physiques, bro. I actually seem mad gay. I'm
a
not
rare
gonna lie.
crossover appeal that made both men and women root for him. People just couldn't get enough, and fans were even calling for him to be the next James Bond.
By the way, I also wanted to mention that I think Henry Cavill left because the people, like, look, these motherfuckers, they didn't listen, like, the source, like, season 2, they got fucking Roach killed. What? I was so confused when Roach died. It was so stupid, bro. And the shit just didn't make sense, half of it. It was just dumb as shit. It didn't even go with lore. It's just like the Netflix is just making their own fucking shit. And they did their own adaptation, which is Witcher New Blood. Is it something? No, Blood Origins, never mind. Like, bro, this shit's cooked. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, these guys are ass. These guys are fucking ass, bro. What the fuck is this? The fuck? Let me just go back to The Witcher so we know. What the fuck is that? Let me just go here. Yeah, this shit's cooked. But yeah, he left because I'm pretty sure he didn't agree with the people and the Netflix showrunners wanted him gone. Even though he was he was passionate about this shit and he actually wanted to play it, which makes it fire. But they didn't want to listen to source material, so he just dipped. I respect that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch season 3 because I already know that shit's ass, right? I mean, no, I watched like the first 4 episodes. I just didn't complete the whole show because I just know it's ass. It's not even worth it. And yo, the Zack Snyder movies, bro. Why are people hating on that movie? Like, bro, the reviews are ass on it. The movies are good. I binged that shit when I was sick and I didn't upload anything. Bro, Listen, I'm yapping so much right now. We are 27 seconds in the video and this is a 7-minute video. Oh my goodness. Look, I got I got like a dozen donuts from Tim Hortons. I split it with my brother. Bro, I had the donuts on my fucking, like near my PC. I was like sick all day. I was just like laying in bed. Bro, I mean, not in bed, on my PC. And like I was kind of home alone. I was only my mom home because I can't go outside. I can't go to, like, gym, school, like all that, like work, whatever's bullshit like y'all could like think of. But yeah, it was just, bro, I can't do all that. I was home. I had those right there. I'm like, you know what? Why not I binge the Zack Snyder movies? I watched Batman vs Superman and I watched the Justice League movie. Bro, I didn't watch Man of Steel, but bro, those movies are fucking tough. I'm sorry, bro, but were tough. I don't know how people hate on that shit, bro. That shit was mad comp.
However, somewhere along the way, his momentum began to fade. Cavill lost 2 of his biggest roles back to back, and the Bond dream quietly slipped away. Then he was painted as a misogynistic, toxic gamer bro, a label that for many tarnished his reputation. His recent projects, like Argyle and the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, either flopped or failed to make an impact, and while there are still projects on the horizon, none carry the weight of the roles he lost. So what happened? How did one of the most bankable,
Did he really fall off?
go from being everywhere to being sidelined?
I see this motherfucker almost every day on my fucking Instagram or whatever, bro. This motherfucker's still popular as shit. Let's not act like he failed, bro. This guy, bro, he did not, bro.
Before
And he's a gamer, bro. This guy's fire.
Henry Cavill was just a shy kid from Jersey, one of the Channel Islands off the coast of France. He had aspirations of becoming a well-known actor from a young age, but his journey in the industry wasn't exactly straightforward. Cavill's early career was filled with close calls and what-ifs. He landed small roles in films like The Count of Monte Cristo, I Capture the Castle,
but this guy was always hot, bro.
World, but none really put him on the map. He was working, but never quite breaking through. Then the near misses started piling up. In 2005, he was one of the final 2 contenders for the role of James Bond in Casino Royale.
Vodka martini shaken each day. And you?
The same. Thank you. Mr.
Bond.
And they live
Yep, we broke.
ever after.
Bro, I actually want this shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This shit fire. Hershey, if you watch this, sponsor my fucking 91 subs looking ass. No. Not another one. Fuck.
A lot. But with your new Dell PC with Intel inside, you can handle
skip that shit.
James Bond.
In the end, producers felt he was too young at just 22 years old, and they gave the role to Daniel Craig instead. Then came an even more painful mess. Cavill was actually cast as Superman in McGee's planned reboot, but when that director dropped out and Bryan Singer took over, he chose Brandon Routh to play the role instead. Cavill had grown up idolizing Superman, so to get so close only to lose the role crushed him. And
That's actually gotta suck. Like, bro, if I was an actor, and listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I fucking love Batman, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I watched like everything related to Billy. When I was a kid, bro, it was Batman and Spider-Man, but you know, I didn't really care about Spider-Man that much, bro. It was always Batman, bro. I dressed up as Bat, bro. I used to have my mom's like fucking, bro. It wasn't even my mom's, bro. It was like a blanket, bro. I got that shit and like I tied it on my fucking neck and I ran around like a Batman, bro. If I was this close getting Batman and they just dodged like juked me, I'd actually like fucking, I'd actually be depressed. I ain't gonna cap.
String of bad luck didn't stop there. Stephanie Meyer, the author of Twilight, openly declared that Cavill was her perfect Edward Cullen, but by the time the film went into production, he was deemed too old to play a teenage vampire, and the role, along with the global stardom, went to Robert Pattinson. This
Speaking of Batman,
stung twice as much because he'd already been beaten by Pattinson once before for the role of Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Damn.
The rejections piled up so consistently that Cavill began to wonder if his big break would ever come. He was the guy who always came in second, watching from the sidelines as other actors launched into superstardom with roles that could have been his. His streak of near misses earned him the nickname the unluckiest man in Hollywood in the press. But Cavill's luck began to shift in 2007 when he landed the role of Charles Brandon in Showtime's historical drama The
What
Tudors.
is this?
It wasn't a blockbuster or high-profile franchise, but the show built a loyal following, and for the first
I think I know this shit. Like, bro, some people were like, it's like it looks like some Game of Thrones shit. And people are saying like, yo, what if Yamagalama showed up? It's like, bro, some people were saying, yo, Robert Baratheon, look,
he played King Henry VIII's close friend and brother-in-law, displaying the mix of charm, stoicism, and quiet intensity that would go on to become his trademark. The Tudors gave Cavill his first break.
Yes! It was this scene right here. This scene. I'm not gonna lie, I might watch this shit, bro. I fucking love medieval themed shows, bro. For example, the greatest show of all time is Game of Thrones, right? The greatest game of all time is The Witcher 3. Like, bro, I just like love fucking medieval themed shit, bro. It's so calm.
But he was still
Castles and like fucking monsters.
He continued booking roles, including the lead in the movie Immortals, where he got in really impressive shape.
That's
but
fire.
true stardom still
That's
remained
calm.
out of reach. Then, in January 2011, everything changed. After years of near misses and frustration, Cavill was announced as the new Superman in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
I know this guy was so happy hitting that shit, and plus in Man of Steel, the movies reviews aren't even bad. This might be the greatest Superman movie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even watch it. I just seen clips, and I just know it's Henry Cavill. Like, yo, it's like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
At 27, he'd finally landed the role that had once slipped through his fingers. Funnily, he actually missed the call from Snyder because he was in the middle of a World of Warcraft session farming boars.
You nearly lost quite an important job.
That's
Absolutely,
crazy.
Yeah, I was playing a game called World of Warcraft. And,
I've heard of all of them.
Yeah. And I missed the call from Zack Snyder to tell me I got Superman.
But like, did you hear the phone ringing?
I did.
And you chose to ignore it?
Absolutely. But I did call Zack back afterwards.
Oh yeah, that was wise.
Yeah.
To prepare for the role, Cavill dedicated himself to a punishing training program. He worked with the renowned strength coach Mark Twight, the man behind the intense physical transformations seen in the cast of 300.
Mark is probably one of the most incredible people I've met. He's opened my eyes to seeing past what I thought were my limits. Superman learned he could fly. I learned I could do all sorts of things in the gym which I never thought were possible.
Yeah, like, bro,
It's not
he
just
is
physical,
jacked.
But a psychological thing as well.
Cavill gained over 20 pounds of muscle, achieving the kind of
What?
physique that most men dream of. And unlike
20
many
pounds of
transformations
muscle,
in
bro.
Hollywood, which are clearly assisted by
Do
PEDs,
y'all understand how crazy fucking 20 pounds of muscle is in like a span?
the consensus was that he'd done it naturally. But Henry didn't stop there. His dedication to the role
And he's
extended
natty,
beyond
bro.
the gym. He immersed himself in Superman comics, studying the character's history and psychology to bring depth to his portrayal. And in June 2013, the movie finally hit screens.
You were once described as the unluckiest man in Hollywood because you came so close to all these roles. Do you feel like the luckiest tonight?
I do, I certainly do. And it's just amazing being here. We worked so hard telling this story, and I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Man of Steel was a commercial
Tough.
success, grossing around $670 million worldwide.
Damn.
And while the critical reception was mixed, Cavill's performance was widely praised. He brought the right mix of strength and sincerity to the character, making his portrayal feel
I already made a video on this shit. Yo, matter of fact, I was talking about like physiques and shit. This video got 1,000 fucking views. Yo, the matter of fact, let me refresh. That might be at 1.1. Never mind, it's still at 1,000. But bro, This video did so well, bro. Thank y'all for that, bro. That shit was tough. Not gonna kid.
Fresh and modern. For Cavill, this role changed everything. The man who'd spent years coming second was suddenly front and center. Magazine covers, talk show appearances, and fan adoration all came at once. He'd finally caught a break, and he was determined to make the most of it. He went on to star in Batman v Superman: Dawn of...
This movie, I don't know how people disliked it. Maybe, like, bro, listen, I watched this like 2 weeks ago, and like, bro, I had like 6 donuts, just ready to fuck up, and I was watching this shit. Bro, it was just like such a good vibe. I just like fucking loved the movie, bro.
Justice
it was good.
In 2016 and Justice League in 2017.
So I think watched this that same day or like a day after. I know, I'm pretty sure the same day. These 2 movies were great, bro. I don't know why people don't like these. Bro. I really wanted Zack Snyder to finish what he actually like visioned and had planned, because I fucked with these heavy, bro.
These films received mixed to negative reviews.
Besides Cyborg, his shit was kind of cooked. I do not know why he looked like that. He looked so bizarre.
But Cavill's portrayal of Superman was rarely the problem. If anything, his performance was one of few things critics consistently praised. He spoke often about his desire to continue playing Superman for years to come, envisioning a series of films that would explore different aspects of the character. However, he wasn't content to be defined solely by one iconic role. Between DC films, he branched out, joining the cast of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. as spy Napoleon Solo, and stealing scenes in Mission Impossible Fallout as the CIA agent August Walker. However, his most significant post-Superman role was still to come. In 2018, he was cast as another iconic character, Geralt of Rivia, in Netflix's adaptation of The Witcher. This role wasn't just another job for Cavill, it was a passion project. As a self-described nerd with a deep love for fantasy and gaming, he was already a fan of both the original books and the video.
Henry Cavill is literally me, but more jacked and good looking, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. He's just better than me, which is like kind of fucked up to say, but this guy, he's me, but just better. He's a nerd. Listen, I want to say I'm a nerd, but I fuck with like fucking fiction. Like, bro, Batman is comp, The Witcher is comp. Like, bro, these shits are like, even shows like what's it, Jon Snow, stuff like all that. That shit is comp, bro. I fuck with that shit heavy, bro.
Your games they inspired.
The Witcher 3, greatest game.
A fan of the fantasy genre since I was a boy. My dad would read to me before I could read, and then any of my free time spent reading has always been, well, more often than not, has been reading.
I feel like Geralt is probably my top 1 or top 2 favorite characters of all time. And like, bro, if y'all go on my channel right now, bro, like, bro, it's like I have everything I love, like mainly. I mean, I should throw in like fucking Batman and Dexter, but I didn't have time or some shit. I think that day I just wanted to rush this shit. Kyrie, second favorite player. First favorite, James Harden. Charizard, my GOAT. The Mega X version, not the normal one. The normal one's mid. The X version is insane. Gandalf, he's comp. Geralt in the middle because he's like the guy, bro. He is the guy, bro. He's the guy. It's just what it is.
In that genre,
bro, 7-minute video, and we are fucking 18 minutes in. This shit can be long,
bro. He'd actively pursued the role, reaching out to Netflix and showrunner Lauren Hissrich multiple times before casting had even begun. His enthusiasm was impossible to ignore, and after taking a meeting with him, Hissrich made it official, tweeting, "He is Geralt. He always has been."
This is the kind of thing I do. This is the kind of thing I do in my free time. So the opportunity to work on this for real and make it my job as well, get paid for doing my hobby stuff, was ideal. And I just wanted to make sure that Geralt was represented as accurately as possible.
Need money for a rainy day? Get approved in minutes with
once I get rich, bro, the first time I'm doing is buying YouTube, bro. They're just cooked.
Yeah, right.
Not gonna lie, bro. Can't even react, bro. Just talking like.
His passion for the material showed in every detail, from sword training.
Bro, this like in episode 1, bro. This shit had me nutting everywhere, bro. I busted 5 times just watching this scene. Every time, bro, like the rent-free scene, bro. My shit was my shit was rocked and loaded and like fucking launched. This shit was like fucking fire. This whole scene was so tough. I'm not gonna lie, the first episode it was like
to stunt work.
The Butcher of Blaviken.
Cavill pushed to do as much of it himself as possible. Being a devoted fan of the series, Cavill treated the character with a level of respect most actors wouldn't bother with. For fans, that's what made him so compelling. It felt like someone who truly cared had finally been trusted with the kind of franchise Hollywood usually butchered. At first, everything was going according to plan. The Witcher's debut season was a massive hit, pulling in huge viewership numbers and quickly becoming one of Netflix's most watched series. The showrunner had plans for a lengthy 7-season arc, and after the success of season 1, it genuinely looked possible. When asked in a 2021 interview if he was on board for the long haul, Cavill responded enthusiastically, saying, "Absolutely, as long as we can keep telling great stories which honor Sapkowski's work." But that's where things...
That's fire. Like, bro, why can't the show... Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Henry Cavill should have been the showrunner and the fucking actor. I'm not even showing. The show would have done so well.
Started to unravel. Despite early promises to remain faithful to the books, the writers began to take serious liberties with the source material by season 2. Characters were invented, lore was rewritten, and plotlines were added that had little to do with Sapkowski's original vision.
I don't know why they did this. Like, the first season was so good. Okay, it wasn't like the greatest season of all time. It was like, it was good. It wasn't like insane, but it was good. Like, I like... For example, yeah, like, look, it wasn't like the most insane season of all time, but it was like a really good introduction towards the Witcher saga. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, for example, like, bro, I found it so cool when Geralt, like, came to, Sintra, and, like, he was there, and then, like, he had to save the thing from, like, that monster. Like when he was in the bar, like in the wedding area, and he's, like, drinking his shit, right? And then a monster came, and his, like, medallion started humming and, like, ringing. I fucking love that scene, literally, and I also love the war that Sintra went against Nova. I think it wasn't Novgorod. No, Novgorod. It was so good. It was like, bro, I loved everything about that season. And like, one girl got caught, and he was caught like in prison, and then the war like took place, and Novgorod evaded fucking Sintra, and then Geralt of Rivia, just like the way he got out of that scenario in like a chaotic war. Bro, it was such a good fucking season. It was in my opinion, it was a really good season.
Fans noticed,
after that was just
and
fucking
Cavill
ass.
Noticed too. Behind the scenes, he reportedly pushed back hard. He urged the writing team to stay faithful to the world they'd promised to adapt, advocating for storylines that aligned more closely with the books.
I'm the most annoying guy on set, because I'm saying, excuse me, you do realize that this should be happening, and they wouldn't do that, and you haven't read this, that means this would be impossible. And everyone's just going, Henry, just shut up and do the thing. And I'm like, I don't want to do the thing, because he wouldn't do it this way.
What the fuck did he say this?
And he can do this.
But the same qualities that once made him seem...
Bro, oh my god, bro, that shit actually pissed me off now. Bro, this guy was telling him, right? He was telling him, no, we should... He was, bro, this... I'm not trolling. Y'all could say this is like, yo, this guy's rage baiting or something. I'm not, I swear on my life. The Witcher, right? Like, The Witcher, like, this series on Netflix, if they like followed source material, it could have been as big or even bigger in that area than fucking Game of Thrones. I'm not even trolling. This shit, it would have been so big. 7 seasons, bro. Come on, bro.
Like the perfect man
the
for
amount
the
of
job.
content
His passion,
and like shit we
his
got.
deep knowledge, his devotion to the lore suddenly made him look difficult. Over time, the narrative behind the scenes began to shift. What started as praise for his dedication became feelings that he was stubborn, rigid, or not collaborative. Still, Cavill...
Not collaborative? What the fuck is he doing? Bro, the fucking showrunners aren't collaborative. Bro, this guy just wants to do shit according to the source material. Is that hard? I actually want to know. Is that hard? It's literally not. What are we doing, bro? It's not that fucking hard.
Remained dedicated to doing right by the character. When key
Fuck,
scenes lacked emotional weight, he stepped in. One notable example was the death of Geralt's horse, Roach, in season 2.
Like, bro, I literally said this before we like record like fucking 20 seconds into the video. This made 0 sense. Why did this happen? I do not understand. I did not read the books, but listen, I watched some YouTube videos like based on the books and how witches were made and shit, like all like the back lore. Also watched like some like I obviously watched this, right? I watched like another I watched a lot of stuff like based on their lore, right? So I have a really good understanding on like The Witcher, and I played the game 2 times. I beat it both times, and like 2.5 times. I stopped midway on the 3rd playthrough.
Dude. A moment Cavill
This
felt
shit does
deserved more
not make sense.
respect. He added his own farewell to the scene on set, ensuring the character's bond with Roach was properly honoured. But despite his best efforts, those heartfelt touches couldn't save the season as a whole. Audience satisfaction for Season 2 dropped off a cliff, with
Fucking
threads
knew it.
like, "The writing for The Witcher Season 2 is awful," getting a huge amount of traction on Reddit. However, the viewership numbers for the season were still strong, so Netflix gave the green light to Season 3.
Good. Season 3, nice. Very nice. Do you know what I would have done? So listen, if the reviews weren't good, just get another horse, right? Girl gets like a horse that looks similar to Roach and names him Roach again. You know what I mean? Just name him Roach, or like make the horse like look a little different, so it's like kind of, you know, it's not the same fucking thing. Just call him Roach and make it seem like, I'm pretty sure Geralt always names his horse Roach, so it kind of makes sense. Why just do that and then actually listen to source material, and your money would go higher, right? They'll make more money, and you'll get better reviews. Is that too hard to like understand? Is it like Shirley, right? Shirley. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Never mind, bro.
Fans were
Jump
holding out
scare.
hope that they could turn things around, but during production for the season, Cavill made an announcement that changed everything. In October 2022, he revealed that
he
he'd
wanted
be
to
leaving
leave.
the show after the third season, with Liam Hemsworth taking over the role of Geralt. The news was shocking, especially since Cavill had previously expressed his desire to play Geralt for 7 seasons. But soon enough,
When I saw that shit, like I watched season 1, after I was already like, yeah, fuck, I can't even fucking talk. I finished season 1, like when it was like a few months out, and then I was waiting for season 2. We watched season 2. It was like okay-ish, yeah, right. And a bit after I saw this on Instagram, like my cousins told me about it. I'm like, oh okay, right. I wasn't really listening to him like that, but then I checked it on my fucking own like Instagram thing. Bro, this shit pissed me. I'm pretty sure I commented on that shit a few times. Like, no, go, don't leave, goat. Please, goat. But bro, this shit could.
the reason for his exit became clear. Reports emerged explaining that he'd been very close to quitting after season 2 due to constant disagreements with producers, but he decided to stick it out for one more season. During production for season 3, the situation got even worse as the showrunners continued changing and adding storylines, and Cavill simply had enough. What had started as his dream job and passion project had turned into something he couldn't bear to be a part of. Cavill proved himself as a man of integrity. He won't ruin a character and franchise for a paycheck. He had the balls to just say no and walk away.
The thing is, I don't understand. Okay, like for this alone, Henry Cavill will always have my respect. No cap. Literally, bro.
Respect. The ratings for season 3 speak volumes, as the
Fucking
audience
hell.
score dropped to an abysmal 19%.
And now we need
Bro, I was about to pause a fucking video, bro. That shit looks fucking so juicy and good, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck. Okay, now it's just not even loading. Great. Yeah, bro. Fuck me, bro. How long is this video?
Coming out with this result is genuinely impressive. That The Witcher C's final 2 episodes are the lowest rated ever. This is a series that shouldn't be
Crazy.
able to fail unless you are intentionally destroying the IP. And yet every time...
That's how deep the Witcher saga and like the universe goes into. The lore is so much, you just can't fuck it up. You literally could not fuck that shit up. I'm not even trolling. Unless you actually want to.
One of the staff gives an interview, or the producer starts talking. Everybody just starts shooting the IP in the face.
Shortly after Cavill announced his departure, former Witcher writer Bo DeMeo added fuel to the fire. In a viral Instagram comment, he wrote, "Been on shows, namely Witcher, where some of the writers were not fans or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material. It's a recipe for disaster and bad morale.
This
Fandom
is
as a
so
litmus
bad,
test
bro.
checks egos and makes all the long nights worth it. You have to respect the work before you're allowed to add to its legacy." DeMeo's
Crazy.
comment backed up what Cavill had been saying all along,
Yup.
and frustrated fans quickly turned
I
their
respect,
attention to
like-
showrunner Lauren Hissrich.
What the fuck is she doing, bro?
responded to the allegations saying, "I've never mocked the books. The books are my entire livelihood. I have a great
Sure.
relationship with Mr. Sapkowski. Don't believe everything you read." Just as the controversy around The Witcher was heating up, Cavill made another announcement, one that significantly shifted the conversation. Days after confirming his exit from the series, he revealed that he'd be returning as Superman. The news came shortly after a surprise cameo in Black Adam, which had fans buzzing.
Bro, oh my god, bro. They could have, like, yo, this shit right here, bro. I'm like, yo, Henry Cavill, bro. That Superman role, bro, you back. And he just didn't. Man, fuck this shit, bro.
About a full-blown comeback. Cavill confirmed it all on Instagram, clearly excited to be back in the Cape.
I wanted to wait until the weekend was over before posting this, because I wanted to give you all a chance to watch Black Adam. But now that plenty of you have, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come.
Many speculated that the Witcher exit was really about timing, that he couldn't commit to both roles and chose Superman instead. And from the outside, it looked like a smart move.
I don't think that's the case. I'm not gonna lie.
To return to the one that made him a star. Maybe if the Superman role hadn't come through, he would have stuck it out with The Witcher.
Hell no, he would not.
The perfect reason to start fresh. However, things didn't end up going to plan. In December 2022, just weeks after Cavill's return was announced, Warner Brothers appointed James Gunn and Peter Safran as the new heads of DC Studios, and they had very different plans for the Man of Steel. Instead of continuing Cavill's version of the character, Gunn announced a full reboot of the franchise, starting with a younger Superman in a story focused on his early years. It was a complete shock to Cavill, but there was nothing he could do, and he posted another message online to fans, this time with much more somber news. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest.
Crazy.
But that's life. It was a bitter pill to swallow. In the span of just 2 months, Cavill had lost both his most iconic roles. Suddenly, that old label, the unluckiest man in Hollywood, didn't seem so far off, and things were only going to get messier. Later that month, an anonymous report began circulating online, accusing Cavill of being toxic during his time on The Witcher. The post
like, bro, what? Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I would hope he's toxic. I really want him to be toxic. If the showrunners aren't fucking, what's it called? Yeah, if the showrunners aren't like actually listening to source material and what he has to say, because listen, like he said, his dad used to read the books. He played the games growing up. Yeah, I actually liked him being toxic for that reason. The fuck?
Claimed he was impossible for women to work with, deeply addicted to video games, and often distracted, late, and obsessive. With deeply addicted to video games, and often distracted, late, and obsessive.
What does this mean? He was distracted? How was he distracted? By video games? He's probably playing The Witcher 3. Let's keep it a buck. He was late. I don't believe that, but sure. Okay, fine. Let's just say he's late. He was obsessive. If he was obsessive with the Witcher role, like girl, listen, I don't know what we're doing here, bro.
It also alleged that he rewrote lines on the fly, displayed controlling behavior, and helped foster a boys' club atmosphere that made female writers feel pushed out. The story spread quickly across social media, giving the anonymous post an air of legitimacy and amplifying the controversy. Suddenly, Cavill's near-pristine reputation was under fire. One Reddit thread titled, "Maybe the Henry Cavill firing is a good thing," racked up hundreds of comments, many of them viciously critical. As is often the case online, users began resurfacing old moments to support this new narrative. The top comment read, "Based on his comments about Me Too, this is unsurprising." That comment was a reference to something Cavill had said years earlier, during a 2018 interview with GQ Australia at the height of the Me Too movement. When asked about dating and the new dynamics between men and women in Hollywood, Cavill responded, "There's something wonderful about a man chasing a woman. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because then I'm going to be called a racist or something." The backlash was swift. Many felt Cavill had completely missed the point of the movement, painting himself as the real victim. Just days later, he issued a public apology. Having seen the reaction to an article, in particular about my feelings on dating and the Me Too movement, I just wanted to apologize for any confusion and misunderstanding that this may have.
I don't think he really meant it like that, how you think, but pretty sure he just wants to seem like the way he actually wants to be attracted or love someone is by chasing the motherfucker down. Like, listen, like meaning like feelings wise, like just like look at the person every time you see her. Like, yeah, I'm yapping, but pretty sure I get the point, bro.
Created. Insensitivity was absolutely not my intention. At the time, the controversy faded quickly, but in 2022, as accusations swelled and Cavill's character came under question, people started looking at it differently, and the Me Too quote wasn't the only thing being dredged up. Other users began calling out a controversial relationship from Cavill's past. In 2015, Cavill made headlines when he began dating Tara King, a 19-year-old university student he'd met in a London nightclub. At the time, Henry was 32. The age gap raised eyebrows immediately.
Not gonna lie, Henry Cavill, that shit kind of cooked. But whatever, bro, you still might go. But listen, that's kind of cooked, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm on your dick and all, but bro, that's kind of wild.
But Cavill defended the relationship in interviews, saying, "Tara allows me to be me, and she doesn't have a problem with that. She treats me like a normal human being. She protects me and is protective of me when I'm having a hard time. She's there when I need looking after, and the world is a little too heavy." The relationship only lasted a few months, but it garnered a lot of attention. Some fans found it harmless, while others felt the dynamic between a teenage student and a major Hollywood star was inappropriate. Now, years later, that brief romance was being re-examined under a harsher spotlight.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you're like 30 and you're dating a 19-year-old, that is pretty fucking fried. You know what I mean? That is pretty cooked. I feel like if you're 30, right around like the 30 range, and you're dating anyone who's like 18 to 20, that's cooked. Even 21's kind of cooked. Anything above like 23-ish is fine. But yeah, that is pretty cooked on you, Henry. I'm not gonna lie.
With critics using it as further evidence that Cavill's clean-cut and gentlemanly image wasn't what it seemed. It didn't paint a flattering picture, but if you take a step back, the narrative starts to look very different. The accusations of misogyny from the Witcher set were completely anonymous and never substantiated. No names, no formal complaints, and no follow-up reporting from credible outlets. They may have reflected real frustrations behind the scenes, but without any evidence, they're just internet hearsay. The Me Too comment, while clumsy and ill-timed, came with a prompt and public apology. It read like a case of a celebrity being tone-deaf rather than malicious, and the age gap relationship, while uncomfortable to some, wasn't illegal or even particularly unusual in Hollywood. None of this makes Henry Cavill a villain, but it does show how quickly online narratives can shift, and how even a couple of questionable moments can later be interpreted as signs of something nefarious. The fact is, the people who have publicly spoken about Cavill's character have always described him as polite, professional, and kind. One of those people was Steven Surgic, a director on season 2 and
Exactly, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? My God would never do that.
3 of The Witcher, who worked with him every day on set.
He comes to set
and what?
2 and 3 of The Witcher, who worked with him every day on set.
He comes to set and he shakes. He doesn't shake he shakes everyone's hand. He goes around the entire room, and this is not a small operation we're doing.
Wow,
this is not a
bro.
homemade movie. This is a movie where 800 people go through the lunch line. This is a big ass production. So when he shakes everyone's hand, I basically sit down because I'm going to be there for a little while. And he looks at everyone. He knows everyone's name. He knows how they're doing, what they do.
Wow.
And if there's someone like new there, he'll spot them and he'll say, "Who's that?" Or he'll go right up to them and introduce himself and say, "Hey, my name is Henry. What you doing?"
I've also seen like him interacting with like other people, like for example, like other celebrities or just people in general. This guy is so kind. He just goes up to the guy, handshakes, and then he's like, "Yo, man, I fuck with what you do." I mean, he doesn't say that, but y'all know what I mean. He is kind of shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
And find out what they're doing there.
Can't be backstabbing my go.
Steven wasn't alone. Cavill's castmates had similar, positive things to say about him. Creative disagreements with the writer's room is one thing. They happen on many sets. But when it comes to who Cavill is as a person, the consensus seems to be that he's a good guy. The year following all of this drama, Cavill didn't appear in any new movies. However, he returned to screens in 2024 with the film Argylle, a spy action comedy from director Matthew Vaughn. It had all the makings of a hit, a huge budget, a star-studded cast.
Holy shit, is that Gwen Stacy and from Spider-Man and what up?
Matthew Vaughn. It had all the makings of a hit, a huge
Yeah, and Jurassic World, she was in it. Forgot her fucking name.
Budget, a star-studded cast, and the promise of launching a new franchise. But when it finally dropped, Argylle was a critical and commercial flop. Reviews called it bloated, confusing, and painfully unfunny. Not even Cavill's infamous haircut could save it from bombing at the box office. Then came the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Didn't this shit do well? I swear I feel like this shit did well.
A Guy Ritchie film based on real events. It performed better with critics.
Okay, that's not that bad.
And Cavill's charisma was back on display, but it didn't exactly set the world on fire. There was no awards buzz or big box office splash. It was just a solid but forgettable action flick. Still, it's not all doom and gloom. Cavill's currently working on Enola Holmes 3, reprising his supporting role as Sherlock. He's also developing Amazon's
Yo,
Enola
isn't
Holmes
that
3.
the girl from Fight Club? Y'all know what I mean, right?
Reprising his supporting role as Sherlock.
Oh, that's like the girl from Godzilla, bro. Yeah.
He's also developing Amazon's Warhammer 40,000 series, a project
Yeah,
that
bro, this guy's a
blends
nerd,
his
bro.
love of gaming
I
and
fuck with
fantasy. Another Guy Ritchie film, In the Grey, is also on the way, and he's been linked to Marvel's upcoming Nova series, a reboot of Highlander, and Broadsword, a World War II drama with Tom Cruise. While the days of capes and swords might be behind him, Cavill still has a talent, fan base, and drive to carve out a new kind of career, one that might just surprise us all.
Bro, W fucking video, bro. Yo, I'm liking that shit. This was a good vid. But yeah, bro, Henry Cavill. If anything, bro, he has my respect even more. This guy's a fucking goat. If he doesn't fuck with something, like if they're not like reliable on the source material, this motherfucker's cutting. And I respect every fucking bit of that. Fucking goat.